'Cause when the music fades and all is stripped away, and I simply come, longing just to bring something less of worth that will bless your heart.
Good morning and happy sixth
Now
Sunday of
I'll
Ordinary
bring
Time.
you more than
The great
a song
responsorial psalm today, Psalm
or a
119.
song
Blessed
in
are they who
itself
follow the law
is
of the
not
Lord.
what you
I think sometimes we think of law as being something that's antagonistic to our flourishing, almost like these guardrails that we wish we could push through and, the fun's on the other side. But that's precisely the opposite of how the scriptures speak of the law. Jesus says in the gospel, I've not come to abolish the law. I've come to fulfill it. He even deepens it. He says, you have heard it said, that's referring to the Old Testament, the commandments. You have heard it said, whoever shall kill, will be liable to judgment. But Jesus says, whoever says angry with his brother will be liable to judgment. Notice what Jesus is doing. He's not saying that we can now have the license to kill. He's saying, no, I want even more than that. It's not good enough to say, well, I haven't killed anybody today, so I'm a good person. How many Christians do you hear say that? But rather, Jesus is saying the anger that touches the heart and that's expelled through words and deeds, that also is liable to judgment because Jesus came to win over our heart. So, too, in the first reading, what does it say? If you choose, you can keep the commandments and they will save you. Sometimes, as Christians, I hear people say, I'm looking for the Lord's voice in my life. What is he doing? Well, my question to them is, how are you doing following the commandments? Because our Lord says very clearly, follow the commandments and you will have life. And we can really honestly look at ourselves and say, man, how do I follow the law of God? Sports gives us a great intro to why law is good. When I was a young kid and I saw a football game or a baseball game, and it was the beauty of the players playing that was amazing, but it was the rules of the game that allowed the players to flourish. It's the rules of the game that allow the athletic talent of the players, no matter what sport, to really be showcased. Imagine if a baseball player just started running to third from home plate just because he felt like it. It'd be chaos, and the game wouldn't be beautiful. The rules of the sporting event allow the athlete's talent to be showcased. And therefore, we should give thanks as athletes and as coaches for those rules. They give us order and structure, direction, and flourishing. And so too in the moral life. Our Lord's commandments, the Beatitudes, the Ten Commandments, give us order and structure and flourishing as Christians. So let us then be like the psalmist. Blessed are they who follow the law of the Lord, for the law of the Lord will save us and bring us into life. May God bless you.
I think one of the things that we all, at some point in time, especially as Catholics, deal with, and that's pain and suffering, and that can come obviously in a lot of different forms, physically, mentally, spiritually. And I think the natural reaction is the prayer to God to ask, please take this pain and suffering from me. And I think God can do one or two things: take it away from you, or he can allow you to continue to deal with it. And so I think the question is, how do we deal with it, and what do we deal with it, and why? And again, as Catholics, we probably all have heard sometime, we'll take that pain and suffering and offer it up. Well, what does that mean? It's real similar to what Jesus was going through. I mean, Jesus, knowing he was going to have to suffer and die, didn't necessarily want to go through that. So his prayer to God was, please, if it be your will, take it away from me. And when that didn't happen, he realized, okay, so now I've got to enter into this union with God. And so that's what we have to do. And his pain and suffering helped in the redemption of the world. So what do we do with our pain and suffering? We offer it up, offer up the willingness to suffer, and we offer that up for anything or anybody. I have several family members that are far away from God, so I'm going to offer that up to God. And I think what we're able to do, because in being made in the image and likeness of God, we want to participate with God. And so that allows us and helps us to participate ever so slightly and smallly in the redemption of the world. Not running from the pain and suffering, but offering up a willingness to suffer for that. getting something out of that pain and suffering. And again, for me, I want to offer that up for somebody close to me, because there's no hurt and pain like somebody in your family going through something, especially with your children. So you want to offer that up for them, and just for a small, brief moment, help participate in the redemption of the world.
Cause when the music fades and all is stripped